When people think of sports teams and athletes, they do not picture dance. They do not picture kickline. If you ask an outsider, is kickline a sport? They say no. You ask one of the dancers on the team, the response is...
Kickline is very much a sport.
Kickline is absolutely a sport.
I think kickline is completely a sport.
Kickline is definitely a sport.
Oh, kickline is a sport.
Oh, it's totally a sport.
I've always loved dance. I studied dance as a little girl, ballet, jazz. Ballet was the premier dance that I did, and having the opportunity to be involved in dance and at the same time support the school with school spirit and sports, which I also love. Kickline was a great combination of that, so that's why I did it.
Dance is not only an art form, but a sport which is taken for granted. The dancer body is their sporting equipment. Their routines are their plays.
Kickline, like any sport, there's a lot of pressure, you know, you really want to do well, you don't want to let anyone down. And I think there's been times where I've kind of second guessed like my ability to do well and like to really allow my team to prosper. So I think the girls overall support you so much that you realize that it doesn't matter, you know, like your weakness is their weakness and your strengths are their strengths.
They sometimes have it harder because they have approximately 2 minutes, 40 seconds to get it right. There is no going in the locker room to change the play.
Learning a routine can get like a little frustrating sometimes, but like sometimes there's like a move you can't do.
Many suffer from sprains and tears like any other athlete, and like all athletes, they would rather perform hurt than allow the injury to hurt the team.
Kick drills are the most difficult part because if you mess up like one kick, we have to redo it.
A studio, I believe that more people focus on themselves and they don't really care about the whole, you know, the whole as a studio. A team, you're forced to work together to make all of you look your best.
The average dancer practices a minimum 5 times per week. Young women of Kickline practice every day because they practice with their studios as well as the team.
For me, it's not different being a part of a team because I've been in my studio since I was like 6, so I've become very close with everyone and I feel like I'm very close to everyone on the team.
Like we consider ourselves sisters. Like being part of a studio, we compete against each other, and for Kickline you don't have to.
Because being a part of a studio, like, it's more like about everyone individually. Here on the team, we're all like a family.
I think a studio is very, it can be very singular. You know, you can go against one of your friends who's also a part of this studio. You know, so sometimes you're put against them, and it kind of creates tension. And like being part of a team, you have like 28 girls behind you who constantly just give you support. And I think that in itself is just completely different. Like the atmosphere is just, it's so much warmer and welcoming. You can't just wake up one morning and say, I want to be on Kickline. There's technique, flexibility, and there's also an art that it's performance. You need to engage the audience. There's a lot of commitment when you're on a team and in a studio. I've been to 2 studios, and transferring to another studio, it's hard, but with the team, everyone comes together, and even if it's not your first year or it's your second year and there's other people, they make you feel like you're supposed to be there.
The dancers on Kickline depend on each other, just like any other team. They support each other and help each other to shine.
Having a team behind you, it's incredible.
You ask any woman what is Kickline, it is absolutely a sport, and Kickline is a family.
You hear the first like Kickline, I'm like, family, like I love it. Like everyone's like a family.
Kickline means everything. I mean, these are 27 of my best friends. Kickline, in one word, would be family.
Kickline to me is a family, and I feel close to every single person on the team, and I feel like I'm a part of a sisterhood.
Kickline is a family to me.
It's definitely a sisterhood and a family. You can go there and meet some of your best friends, and then you get to perform with them, and it's the best feeling.